I went through my own personal like self-development kind of journey. I had an eating disorder when I was 14, 15, really grew up from that, moved away from home at 18, and fitness and health was kind of always like my saving grace.
Gang. Welcome back. We are here for Tub Talk Tuesday, episode 4. Today I am welcomed by CEO and founder of Fit and Dedicated Athletics, online fitness coach, Sarah Strauss. Sarah, thank you so much for joining us today.
Absolutely. I'm nervous and excited and
Hell yeah.
ready to do this.
This one's, I think, like 2.7, and that one's like 3.2 degrees Celsius.
It's very cold. Colder than I'm used to, for sure.
Hovers somewhere around like 36 to 38 degrees. We definitely got the short end of the stick with the colder tubs today, but
Yes.
we're going to make it happen.
Colder tubs in the shade.
Exactly. Colder
Perfect.
tubs in the shade, no sun, but we'll shiver after.
Yes.
And we'll have a little bit more of an interview on the back end. So
Yep.
Today's Tub Talk is sponsored by Whoop, 24/7 fitness wearable that helps you optimize your training, sleep, and recovery. With advanced insights and analytics, you'll know exactly when to push and when to prioritize your rest. Take your fitness journey to the next level with Whoop. Visit the link in my bio to claim your complimentary Whoop 4.0 and 1 free month today. Sarah, thank you again so much for joining us. For those who don't know you and are unfamiliar, can you tell us just a little bit about yourself and your journey so far?
Yeah, that's a long story, but well, I'm currently a full-time fitness and nutrition coach. I own FD Athletics, or Fit and Dedicated Athletics Coaching. Primarily, we help women who want to feel great, have better energy, look great, change their physique with flexible dieting so they're not restricted. But my journey so far has been crazy. I've been an entrepreneur and I've owned this company for 6 years now. And I've also lived in California for almost 6 years, which is really exciting.
Where are you from originally?
I'm from upstate New York.
No way.
Ithaca.
I went to Cortland.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
Yeah, so I grew up in Ithaca and then moved away when I moved out at 17, moved away from home at 18, and across the country to Seattle. Lived in Seattle for a couple years and then moved here, and I love it here.
Amazing. I didn't even know that. That's
so
cool.
Are you from the East Coast then?
Yeah, I was born and raised on Long Island.
Oh, my mom's from Long Island.
And then I went to school upstate, and then I worked in the city for 5 years. So
damn, that's
that
crazy.
is so cool. Whereabouts is your mom from?
She's from Woodmere, Long Island.
Yeah, a little bit closer out towards Nassau, but there
yeah,
nonetheless.
I've only been there once. I went with her to her high school reunion, yeah, I mean, I'm definitely born and raised East Coast, but I would consider myself a West Coast
Well, the
girl
next
now.
time you go back, if and when you do, I'll definitely give you all the
It's very rare that I go back to the East Coast, but it happens.
Love that. Hot or iced coffee for you?
Iced.
Interesting. I used to be that way. Now I'm like,
I
all
used
hot
to
all
be
the time.
opposite. I used
Yeah.
to only drink hot coffee, and now it's all iced coffee.
That's amazing. What's your favorite day to lift?
Muscle group wise,
Yeah.
I would say push day, but I have shoulder injuries right now, but it's still push day.
So during push day, what's your favorite exercise to perform
Shoulder
during
press.
push? Like just straight up?
Yeah, straight up dumbbell shoulder press.
Love that.
Or
Morning or night
military.
person?
Morning.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Figured as much. Have you ever cold plunged before?
Yes.
Often?
Yes, when I'm in San Diego,
Love
pretty
that.
often. Yeah.
Love that. Do you travel often?
Yes, I travel all the time.
Where's the next trip?
So I think we're gonna go back to Hawaii for Thanksgiving or La Paz, Mexico.
That's so sick.
One or the other for Thanksgiving, and then I'm running a fitness retreat in Bali in March.
Oh, that is awesome.
And then we kind of travel sporadically because both my boyfriend and I work remote, so we will find places we want to go, pick up, and leave.
It's amazing. What led you to this world of mindset, health, and wellness?
Oh, I've always been in it. I was a dancer growing up in the pretty toxic like ballet world, so really fucked up my mindset around like body image and self-love. Yeah, I have really messed up feet too.
Yeah. Like
really messed up feet. But I grew up in that world, and so body image was always something that I really struggled with. It's like they would weigh us, like it was like a big part of my life. And then I became personal trainer right at 18 and went to school for kinesiology, health sciences. But I also got my first job working at a gym at 15, I think. So I worked behind the desk, and then I became a lifeguard. So I was just always in the space. And then I went through my own personal like self-development kind of journey. I had an eating disorder when I was 14, 15, really grew up from that, moved away from home at 18, and fitness and health was kind of always like my saving grace.
For any woman out there, young, middle, or a little bit older, what's one piece of advice that you would share with them just based on how you were able to pull yourself out of that season, that portion of your life where you endured that eating disorder?
Yeah, I mean, most people, probably men and women, can relate to like going to extremes in their fitness journey, especially when they're starting off, especially if you have struggled with body image issues. So one piece of advice that I would give is if you've gone to those extremes before and you know it doesn't work, because it never does, people fall off, generally they gain the weight back, it's just not sustainable. Take that as a lesson, because I did it again and again for like 5 to 6 years, and the definition of insanity is doing the same thing again and again, expecting a different result.
Amen.
And it wasn't until I fully just decided to do something completely different that I was actually able to maintain a physique that I love, be more flexible, travel the world without anxiety, and like actually see results. So if it's not working, don't keep doing it.
That's exactly why I have a couple of bites of ice cream every day.
Yeah.
It clearly works. I feel good about it.
Absolutely.
My body's respecting
I eat
me and my
tacos like
decisions,
every other day, and I'm travel all the time and eat out all the time. And the best investment you can make in your health and fitness journey is building muscle, because you can burn, first of all, so many more calories throughout the day. You have a lot more flexibility in terms of like your caloric intake, and it just provides a better like base to build a physique that you love off of.
Hell yeah. You ready to jump in?
Yep.
Let's rip it.
I am not gonna dunk. I will not be dunking today because this is 38 degrees and it's very cold. But I am impressed.
I always dunk in the beginning.
I don't.
Yeah.
Absolutely not. If I'm going to dunk, which I don't every time, it's going to be at the very end.
All right. We're back.
We're back.
We're back.
Back and better than ever.
That's it. Sarah, again, thank you so much. I really loved what you said at the beginning of the pod, but obviously want to dive a little bit more into your mindset. So I'm just curious, what's one practice that you found most effective for cultivating a positive mindset in the lives of your clients and most importantly yourself?
So here's the thing that I know some people might not agree with. I really do think positivity is a choice, and it's not that you're going to love every day. It's not that every day is easy, but it is a choice. Every day you can wake up, and that's why if you ever watch my Instagram stories, every single morning I post, today I get to. And this is something I started doing, I think, even 4 or 5 years ago, because I have so much bullshit. Can I swear on this?
Yes.
I have so much. So much bullshit that I deal with every single day, and if I let that get to me, it would throw off the entire rest of my day. And a really bad habit that I used to like fall into again and again was just waking up, looking at my phone, looking at my email, responding to messages right when I wake up, and posting that little list. I'll do my morning routine before I post that list. Posting that little list helps me really keep like perspective on the entire day and all the shit that I have to deal with. But it really is a choice. Every single day, what impact do I want to make on the world? Do I want to show up as someone who is overwhelmed and annoyed with all the tasks I have to do, or do I want to be excited for them and make other people excited?
How can I embody that get-to mentality? I
Yes.
love that. I also noticed that you posted something on your story yesterday that really resonated with me. It said, "You're in control," and then obviously you wrote a nice little paragraph following that affirmation. And as somebody whose tagline is "Make it a great day or not, the choice is yours," that just really stuck with me. So I'm curious, when did you realize that you were in control, and how did you claim back your power? How do you teach that back to the others that you work with?
Yeah, I mean, for me, so I talked a little bit about my journey with like body image and how I felt about myself growing up, but I feel like I gave so much of my focus into discipline with fitness. Like dance, if you've ever done classical ballet, it's all about discipline. So dance was a big part of my life for a long time, and I've always had a very disciplined, personality or just mindset. So I try to, as I got older and I recognized like life doesn't always go perfectly and you have to kind of roll with the punches a little bit, I've turned that discipline into more of a disciplined mindset with not allowing myself to get like carried away in things I can't control. So when you focus on what you can control in your life, like the daily actions, the habits, creating a positive mindset, cultivating people around you in a community that really help you become better, that's what I think of as control, like just setting better boundaries for yourself.
So well said. Thank you for that. If you could share one piece of advice with the world, what would it be?
Oh my God, one piece of advice.
Just one.
Be kind to people.
And what's the best life lesson that you've learned so far?
Do the things that scare you and then do it again and
Oh,
again
my
and again.
goodness. What was the last thing that you did that really scared you?
I moved to Las Vegas last February with my boyfriend, and it scared the shit out of me because San Diego is my home, and I didn't know how it would work out, honestly. I didn't know. I mean, I knew he and I would work out. That's the only reason I decided to move, but I went into it with such a negative mindset, which I really don't ever do, and I had to get to a place where I was like, I'm choosing this. I'm making the most out of it, and I have to stop comparing it to San Diego.
Amen.
And it really scared me.
Yeah, how can I lean into the discomfort of what I'm experiencing right
Yeah,
here,
in
right
this
now?
chapter. It's a chapter.
God, it's so well said, for real. You know, I think that being in the online space, scaling a business can be so hard. And then having to deal with relationships, community, family, friends, bills, like real life things. What would be 2 tips that you would recommend for those who are listening in the online coaching space, whether it be fitness or another industry, for scaling their business? What are 2 tips that you'd recommend for them?
So the longer that you own a business and try to juggle all these different things, the more you recognize that burnout does happen and it's really normal. So my best tip would be trying to prevent burnout before it happens. When you feel yourself starting to get so fixated on the overwhelm or tasks that are building up, plan in time, like plan it into your schedule to take a step back and take a break. Because otherwise you're going to get to the point where you just don't want to do anything. And I've done that so many times in my entrepreneurial journey. And another tip, sorry, too.
Is taking time to step back and time block, prioritization, making sure that you're avoiding burnout.
Time blocking is key, and setting better boundaries with yourself and people in your life. I know that goes back into control, but setting better boundaries. I used to be a yes girl. Like anyone asked me, like, let's go get coffee, let's go sunset, let me pick your brain. I'd be like, yes, 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 yes. Now I say yes to things that I want to do and things that'll help me improve on myself.
More no's, less yeses.
No.
I'm going to do a quick dunk, and then we're going to wrap up.
Yeah.
And we're back.
Hello.
So yeah, we just mentioned 2 tips for scaling your coaching business. Again, thank you so much for sharing. How did you adapt your mindset when facing unexpected or uncomfortable situations while scaling?
You don't really have a choice. If you want to grow your business, you're going to constantly be having to make uncomfortable decisions. I just had to make another one, whether that's letting people go that aren't a good fit or, and you know, they say make quick decisions and then figure out solutions long term. So like make the decision quick. If it doesn't feel right for you, make it faster. I tended to have this habit, which was what really held me back in scaling for a long time, of just like trying to like overthink every single decision so much when I knew in my gut what the right decision was. So make decisions quicker, and then just understand that challenges are going to keep coming up. If you want to have an entrepreneurial journey and you want to keep getting to the next level, like new levels bring new devils. You know, it's always going to get harder.
I've never heard that before. That was great.
It's a fire saying. I think I have a business coach who said that. And just understanding, like, you're constantly going to have to invest back in your business if you want it to grow, and that challenges don't get easier, so you just have to get better.
That is so well said. I mean, I was editing multiple videos yesterday, and I could not stand the sound quality of the microphone. So here we are.
Really nice microphones.
These DJIs
DJI minis
that I invested in.
Yeah.
Right? And like,
you have to.
To your point, I was faced with a choice, with a challenge. Do I lean into what I'm not comfortable with right now, putting out online, or do I invest in myself and get something better that will enable me to be more inclined to show up as my highest self and doing all the damn things, right?
Yeah.
Like,
100%.
It's crazy. I just gotta shiver it out.
Yeah, I know. It's so funny because I feel like my most like athletic guy friends and my boyfriend, like, it takes so much longer to regulate than I do. I'm like, I feel like I can get out and I'm like good within a minute.
Women literally laugh at me. They're like, dude, what are you doing?
No, I've just seen this.
I'm just shivering.
I've seen this happen with literally every guy that's like, what, 7% body fat? Like, this is the norm.
I think we're floating around like 11 or 12 right now, but thank you for that. I appreciate it.
I'll give it to you.
All right, so how do you get back on track when you fall out of routine?
I don't think about it as a track. I think that's the difference. Like, okay. Ever since I moved to California and started a business, I've been traveling. I do events. Well, I stopped over COVID, but I do events. I've been traveling a lot. So I always have my non-negotiables no matter what. So I never think about it as on track or off track. It's more so like, how can I fit in my 20-minute walk in the morning? How can I make sure I'm getting protein at every meal? How can I make sure I'm drinking water throughout the day? So I really just don't think about it as on track or off track anymore.
That's a really good mindset shift.
Yeah.
Right?
Changes my life and my clients.
Right, not being on track or off track, but I'm a big believer and proponent of the compound effect. Mm-hmm. So even if I only have 20 minutes when I scheduled a hour and 20-minute workout, how can I maximize my ability to get 1% better throughout those 20 minutes?
100%.
When that's all I have, right?
Absolutely.
So that's incredible. What's one book you recommend reading?
How to Do the Work.
how to do the
I
work.
forget who wrote it, so I feel bad right now. But
No,
it's
I love
called How
that.
to
I
Do the
haven't
Work.
read it, so I'm going to add that to my list.
It's a good one.
That's amazing. Why does that resonate with you?
I'll be honest, I find most like self-development and introspection books pretty dry. And I was very engaged in this, and there's a lot of like journal prompts and just introspection work tasks that they give you throughout the book. And so I think that really resonated with me, and there's like funny anecdotes and stories involved, and I was very engaged, and I find that very hard for me with most self-development style books. So I found it very impactful.
Have you read Atomic Habits?
I have, yes.
That one's always my
Also
answer.
great.
And then my second one, because Atomic Habits I feel like is very elementary. It's easy for folks to grasp, to integrate, and
Yep.
then to live. But have you ever heard of psychocybernetics?
No.
Psychocybernetics is another one that's like
Psycho-cybernetics.
I would consider that like 2.0 level of Atomic Habits. A little bit harder to understand, but in keeping with that theme, the application is so much stronger.
Yes. Another one, I listened to Dan Martell at a mastermind that I went to, and his new book, Buy Back Your Time, is actually extremely good if you're an entrepreneur.
Ooh, okay. Buy
Say,
Back
for
Your Time.
entrepreneurs, yeah.
That's really good stuff. What's your favorite daily habit?
Walking.
Walking.
I walk a lot.
That's great.
Walking. Get outside.
This is mine.
Yeah.
So, absolutely. My daily
Do something
cold plunge.
hard every day.
It's so good. That's all I got for you.
Amazing.
So, thank you so much, Sarah.
Yeah, let me
this
give you
was,
a hug.
oh my God.
I'm so glad
This
we
was incredible.
did this and got uncomfortable today.
How can people connect with you or learn more about your services, Fit and Dedicated, etc.?
Yeah. So if you want to learn more about what I do, it's fdathletics.com, and we have tons of client testimonials if you scroll down on the website. And then I'm fit_and_dedicated on Instagram, fit and dedicated on TikTok, and I am open in my DMs, so come say hi.
Bang, bang. As always, if you'd like to have more fun and shoot lower scores, begin a microdosing journey, break bad habits while building better ones, be sure to head to the link in my bio, schedule a complimentary coaching call today. Make it a great day or not, the choice is yours, baby.